This is one of the worst messages an Amazon seller can receive. However, the reality is, constantly every single month, Amazon sellers do get suspended from the Amazon platform. There are multiple reasons, and in this video, I'm gonna walk you through the top reasons so that you can avoid, starting off with the main reason that I see most private label sellers get account suspension. So let's get started. If you are new to the channel, hello and welcome. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave us a comment in the comment section below. However, if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Let's start off with reason number one, which I find is the most common reason specifically for private label sellers, and that's having multiple Amazon accounts, multiple Amazon seller accounts on the same marketplace. Yes, Amazon does not allow you to have related accounts, but they do allow you to have different accounts that are not related. What do I mean by that? If you're thinking of opening another Amazon seller account on the same marketplace just to sell the same types of products, and you're the same seller, you're gonna use the same name, or you're gonna use the same entity, business entity, you're gonna use the same bank account, then that is gonna get you suspended based on the grounds of both accounts are related to each other. However, if you have a completely different business and you wanna do a completely different set of products that you wanna sell, you have to create an account with a completely different entity. Meaning account number one has a business license and a certain bank account for that Amazon account, and you're selling something different than account number two that has also a different business entity and also a different bank account. So try to separate them as much as possible, even if you're the same owner. And I would suggest, in order to avoid suspension, prior to opening the second account, that you open a case with Amazon seller support, give them a heads up, let them know what you're about to do, but also explain that you're gonna be opening a completely different account, even though you're probably the same owner, but it's gonna be a completely different entity. Not only that, Amazon has really sophisticated ways of understanding whether or not you're using the same IP. So it's best if you take approval from Amazon prior to opening a second account so that you can avoid suspension to both accounts. Now, at Sellers Society, we are a certified service provider and we focus on Amazon, UAE, Saudi Arabia, as well as Egypt. We do not support suspension issues. We get a lot of you reaching out to us on our website, www.assmiddleeast.org, asking if we can support you with reinstating your account. It's quite a difficult thing to get an account reinstated, and there are specific people that focus on this. And one of the companies that I always recommend is e-commerce Chris. I'll leave all of their details in the description box of this video. However, if you have any issues related to listing your products, advertising, increasing your sales, anything like that, or even finding products, successful products to sell on Amazon, make sure to reach out to us on our website. Reason number two, you might have heard this also, is review manipulation. Now, if you are a wholesaler or if you're doing retail arbitrage, this potentially is not an issue that you're gonna face. But if you are a private label seller, you're launching your own products on Amazon, reviews are very necessary, and Amazon takes review manipulation very, very seriously. You might have heard that a few years ago, Amazon suspended major accounts. We're talking about multi-million generating accounts from the Amazon platform. They suspended them completely because they found out that they were doing a lot of review manipulation. So you are allowed to ask your customers for reviews, of course, but there's a fine line between providing them money to leave you a review, a good review, or just asking them to leave you a fair and honest review. So there's a lot of things that we talk about here on the channel about what is the right way to get reviews from customers without breaking Amazon's terms of service and getting your account suspended. And if you want more information, make sure that you leave me a comment in the comment section below so that I can do a follow-up video. Number three, not very common maybe, but selling used products as new. So Amazon also is a customer-focused company. So customer comes first, the Amazon customer, that is. So you need to make sure that if you are selling used products, you shouldn't be selling them as new. It's as simple as that. Because customers do complain. And when they do complain, Amazon takes it very seriously. And you might get your listing suspended, or worse yet, your account suspended. So if you're selling used items, do not list them as new. As simple as that. Number 4, fake or counterfeit products. I'm sure you as an Amazon seller, you're not looking to sell fake or counterfeit products on Amazon. You're taking this business very seriously. However, you might have accidentally ordered from the wrong manufacturer and then realized later on that the products are fake or counterfeit. So let me divide this point into 2 separate sellers. So if you're a wholesaler or you're doing retail arbitrage, it basically means that you are selling branded items. If you're selling branded items, you need to make sure that you're buying them from a legitimate distributor or from the brand itself, because Amazon might suspect that your products are counterfeit, or maybe even a customer might buy the product and report it as counterfeit. So you're going to get flagged by Amazon, and this is where Amazon is requiring you to provide invoices or legitimate documents from that said distributor so that they can approve you to keep selling that product. If you didn't buy from the right company, then you're never going to get approved, and then your whole account will eventually get suspended. So you just make sure that you're buying from the right source. Now, if you're doing private label, on the other hand, it's your own product. How are you going to be selling fake or counterfeit? Well, customers might also report you when they buy the product. So that is also something that you need to make sure that you're covered there, very much similar to the first point. But second of all, the thing that might happen is you might buy branded products from the manufacturer, or you might add your logo prior to trademarking it and then later on discover that someone else is using the same brand name. However, their brand is trademarked, and then they will suspend you. By they, I mean Amazon. So you just need to make sure that you cover all of your bases, and you make sure that you're buying from the right person, you're buying from the same supplier, from the right supplier, and that you're providing the correct documentation so that you have no issues whatsoever. And if you're doing private label, just make sure you're selecting the right brand name. And the final reason is dropshipping. Dropshipping in and of itself is not really an approved way of sending products over to the Amazon customer, but there is a gray area around it. Some things are approved and some things are not approved. However, what Amazon doesn't like at all is something that you read about or you see a lot on YouTube about, and that's buying from a marketplace and then selling on Amazon. So if you're selling in the US, for example, you might be buying from Walmart and selling on Amazon. If you sell on any marketplace here in the Middle East, you might be maybe buying from Noon, selling on Amazon. This is something Amazon absolutely hates, and this is something that just Amazon doesn't like. Number 1. Number 2, dropshipping not within Amazon's terms of service, meaning having your products in a completely different country. Once a customer orders, you dropship them from that country to the actual marketplace where you're selling, thus bypassing a very long period of time for the products to arrive to the customer. That's also something that Amazon doesn't like. But that falls into the gray area. So if you're able to do that within a short window of time, you're able to get away with it. So just be careful when selecting the right products, specifically if you're doing wholesaling, not really private label, because if you're doing private label, it's going to be difficult for you to buy from Noon and sell on Amazon. So if you're doing wholesaling, just make sure that you're buying from the right sources, that you're going directly to the main source, either the distributor or the manufacturer themselves, so that you can avoid this. And if you're doing private label, just make sure that you adhere to the timelines of what Amazon likes in order to deliver the product to the customer. So let me know what you think. Was this video helpful? Make sure that you leave me a comment in the comment section below, and I'll see you in another video with more information. Bye.